After Trump coin, after millennia coin, Trump is at it again. This time, it's World Liberty Financial. And yes, he's cashing out billions, while you get left holding the bag. In case you don't know, World Liberty Financial is a crypto token backed by the Trump family. The fully diluted valuation, $30 billion, bigger than Polygon or Uniswap. On the launch day, 25% of the tokens hit the market, worth billions. Most of it controlled by Trump and his sons, who take 75% of the token sale revenue for themselves. The Trump family owns 60% of all tokens, and their own firm buys tokens from themselves to pump the price. And big-name investors like Justin Sun, Webster Report, and Nasdaq-listed ALT5 throw in billions, giving the illusion of legitimacy. And for context, the Biden family is accused of making $30 million through influence. The Trump family, over $300 million from the Trump meme coins, and World Liberty Financial alone brought in more than $1.5 billion. So the formula is simple. Create hype, release tokens you control, get big investors on board, cash out billions, and watch retail scramble. All right, let people know just in the comment section. Do you call this genius or corruption?
$5 billion. $5 billion. That is how much the Trump family just added to their net worth after they publicly launched yet another crypto coin. You might remember the Trump boys, Eric, Don Jr., Barron, started their own crypto financial firm, World Liberty Financial, last year. Well, Donald Trump is listed on the company's website as the co-founder emeritus after he took office. But last year, the president did everything he could to prop up his family's company. And on the campaign trail, he promised to make America great again, this time using crypto. Now, World Liberty Financial opened up their new crypto coin, WLFI, and it exploded almost immediately on the crypto exchanges. Within an hour, his stake was worth almost $6 billion. That was at the highest price. That's according to the Wall Street Journal. Now, while World Liberty Financial claims that the founders and the team members remain locked and they are not able to trade their positions, they're also the ones in charge of the company, so that could change whenever they want. So while real estate used to be the business game for the Trump family, they are clearly going all in on the crypto space, and it is working for them. They've launched meme coins. They are using their companies to buy and hold crypto. That boosts their cash flow. And we have already seen they're hosting dinners for their large investors in their crypto investors with the president. All of this is happening while he is relaxing regulations on the crypto industry, making it easier and easier for his family's ventures to make more and more money. All of this is happening, and we absolutely thought that you should know.
Donald Trump is going to lose his mind tonight as Fox News just called him out for his corruption. Now, as you know, Donald Trump loves cryptocurrency. He calls himself the crypto president. He launched his own meme coin that he made billions of dollars off of and uses for alleged pay-to-play. And his sons just launched their own crypto firm called World Liberty Financial. Well, even Donald Trump superfan Stuart Varney on Fox News is noticing a pattern. Listen to this.
It's crypto-friendly legislation coming from the President of the United States, who is in turn cashing in on the crypto phase. Personally, his family.
Conflict of interest.
Okay.
Yeah, conflict of interest. Even Fox News is seeing the problem. And Donald Trump is going to lose it because Fox News is supposed to be his safe space. But the bigger problem here is this corruption is happening in broad daylight to the point that even his own supporters are seeing it, and yet Congress is silent. That is why it's up to us to take back Congress so we can hold Donald Trump accountable for the grift he has been playing on America.
I'm just shocked that the Trump meme coin isn't like the only thing that we're talking about. It's probably the most massive corruption scandal in the history of the country. You literally have a, I guess, legal open channel for private donations to the president and his family in exchange for favors. And we just kind of think that it's part of Trump's right to do business in the White House. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's deeply immoral. And you know, the fact that we didn't talk about that every hour of every
Donald Trump's meme coin is tanking, costing his supporters thousands and many of them their life savings. Now, if you remember, as president-elect, Donald Trump decided the best thing he could do is launch a meme coin in a way to continue the grift. And initially, it shot up to $70 a coin. And then several of his supporters decided to get in on it. And here it is today. It is down below $20. Just look at that chart. And I got to tell you, that chart represents what we can expect as a country from Donald Trump. But the sad thing about this is his supporters continue and continue to put money into all of Donald Trump's ideas, all of his ways to grift, whether it's sneakers or cologne or trading cards and now this coin. All the while, he is going to the bank. Now understand this, Donald Trump is going to be okay. This coin could go down to a penny and Donald Trump will still make millions while not investing anything himself. And who will he collect that money from but his supporters? And the Trump meme coin is the metaphor for America in the next 4 years.
Hello everyone, it's Anton here. No relation. So you saw this bill in the House the other day that members of the House, both House, they will not be allowed to do insider trading. And so US Senator Rick Scott, last year only, he made 24 million US dollars in a single year, 24 million trading. Even surpassing some Wall Street moguls. In 1 year alone, he made 24 million US dollars trading. And other members of this house who have been doing insider trading over the years. But Trump, the genius, has found a way to bypass all that, launching meme coins, and no one is noticing about that. The president of the United States is finding a way to circumvent our laws and allowing his family to launch meme coins under his name. And you know, nothing is linking it to him because it is family. And he separated himself from the family business. But they are propping him up as the CEO of those coins. So guys, what is this? What is this? Is it corruption? Is it being opportunistic? Or give me your thoughts in the comments.
The people who purchased Donald and Melania Trump's meme coins are probably having a little bit of buyer's remorse right about now, as new financial data shows that the coins that were released, of course, right before Donald Trump was sworn in as the president again, and when I say right before, I mean quite literally right before he was sworn in again, they have lost nearly all of their value. Now, Trump released his coin, Melania released her coin. It's $Trump, $Melania, respectively. And in the beginning, Trump's coin immediately soared in value before taking a nosedive. But then, let's not forget, he announced that, hey, anybody who invests, millions and millions into my coin, come on down to Mar-a-Lago for a private meet and greet with me. So at that time, coin went back up. But then immediately after that, it went down, and has now, as of this moment, lost 88% of its value. Which means all of those people who spend all that money to go and get their one-on-one with Donald Trump, all of that money you invested in this meme coin is gone. 90% of it's gone. You don't get that back. And if Donald Trump doesn't give you the favors that I'm sure you went down there and asked for, you're just screwed. He makes off like a bandit, right? He gets all that money. Melania got all the money from hers. You guys get nothing. The average little MAGA supporter out there that buys every worthless piece of garbage Donald Trump puts out, they lost all their money. But Trump and Melania and a handful of very wealthy investors and traders, they made off like bandits to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. But if you think Donald Trump's coin dropping 88% in value is bad, I think it's now trading at about $8 per coin. That's nothing compared to what happened with Melania's. Melania's only peaked at $9. And nobody wanted her crap. It is now worth and trading for less than a quarter. And I don't mean a quarter of something. I'm talking about a quarter. 25 cents. Melania's coin is worth less than 25 cents. That's how scammy these people in the White House are. They knew this was going to happen. And when I say they knew it was going to happen, I also have to be clear. They told you it was going to happen. I talked about it at the time. When they released these meme coins on the website you had to go to purchase them, it said very clearly on there, and again, I talked about this, I read this out, that basically these are not investment.
If you guys don't know, I was number 72 on the Trump coin leaderboard. It cost me $480,000, and this is all I got at the event. This hat they gave away to pretty much everyone. They had 220 bags, and that's pretty much all I got.
I think the meme coin, you don't know who's actually doing any of these things, right? So,
that's one of the things that has people on edge.
But it's different because it's hard to influence if you don't actually know where the stuff's coming from, right? So I wasn't involved in the meme coin. I'm more focused on, obviously, the stable coin, the Bitcoin mining, some of those things. But, the reality is I think a lot of these things in the meme coin...
You're not taking responsibility for the meme.
I'm just saying the reality of the meme coin is it's sort of a proof of concept that the crypto world understands exactly what I was talking about earlier, that the markets may not necessarily be fair. The traditional banking system may not be fair to them. So it's a proof of concept of what I think we can move the needle in crypto. And I think that's going to be the future of finance. It's going to be the future of banking. Almost without question, if we can accelerate that process by going all in on it,
but you've heard from
it.
people in the crypto industry, I imagine some of your friends who've said that some of these coins and what's happening may undermine a little bit of what's happening because people are questioning it, right?
I have not heard that from anyone, actually. What I hear from those people is like, thank you for doing this. You're giving us the legitimacy that we fought for so long. And this isn't just a conservative issue, Joe. I mean, these are highly libertarian people. This is actually one of those 50 million holders of, some sort of crypto, whether it's Bitcoin, stables, ETH, Sol, whatever it may be. There's 50 million in America, and they're not all right-wing. These are people who just believe in freedom. They've seen what's happening, and they're looking for a corollary and a response.
Y'all. So in another episode of As the White Hood Turns, it's going to be a little long, but stay with me. Stay with me. So I'm scrolling TikTok and I see this lady and she's talking about this lady who's friends with her sister, right? And the lady and her husband are big Syphilitic Sid supporters. Stay with me. Stay with me. So they decide that they want to leave their state and they want to move to, I believe it's Utah, where they want to be around more like-minded people, if you know what I'm saying. So they get over there, and they have already started building this house. It's supposed to be their retirement home and all this kind of stuff. But when they get there, they find out that the costs have gone up, because of the tariffs and stuff, right? So the materials that they need to build the house have gone up. So, they got to come up with more money. So they had apparently a little bit of money left, I guess, in like some retirement account or whatever. And so the wife says to the husband that they should probably just go ahead and pull that money out. Well, child, this is where it gets interesting. She didn't know that he had taken the bulk of that money and invested in Syphilitic Sid's meme coin, his crypto. And when they went to go get the money, wasn't none left because that meme coin ain't worth shit. But that's not the best part. So I go research because, I want to tell the truth when I'm talking to y'all. So I go research and I'm trying to look up the story to see if I can find the story to see if there's anything. And why did all these articles say that there are thousands of people that have lost their savings as a result of investing in Syphilitic Sid and that lady over there's meme coins? Okay. So apparently, these coins were originally selling for anywhere between $50 to $75 per coin. They are now less than 10. What? So all these people have lost their life savings. So back to the original couple. They're like in their 60s, 70s, late 60s, early 70s. Now they got to go back to work because they've dumped all this money into building this house that they can't finish. He invested the remainder of their retirement. She didn't give a specific amount, but there's no money left. because them coins are worthless. If that is not the ultimate fuck around and find out, I don't know what is. Okay? Y'all keep your money. Keep your money. Call who them people? E-Trade. Okay, bye.
And during the first presidency of Donald Trump, he didn't make a lot of money during his first presidency. By the way, his net worth even dropped. And so even the lawsuit that came up after his presidency, they nearly bankrupted him. And Trump is not making that mistake again. He's not making that mistake again. His net worth was tied to his assets, his physical assets, like Mar-a-Lago, his jets, the Trump Towers. That's where his net worth was placed. But now, his sons, they want to go digital. Because you can't rely on old school investments in these modern worlds. So Trump is using his publicity to make money, launching meme coins and expecting that his gullible fanbase will invest on them, both internationally and locally. And that's what has been going through, has been ongoing, because you have seen by only the launch of his meme coin, he has made almost over $5 billion US. Currently, Trump has over $200 million US invested only in Solana at the moment as we speak. So by the time his presidency comes to term, this man will be worth almost over $10 billion US. I told you again, he is not leaving any stone unturned at this moment as we speak, because he saw the mistake he made during the first term and is not willing to do so again. And who will investigate him of fraud? Who will investigate him of fraud? The FBI?
Some people will just never stop fucking around and finding out when it comes to Donald Trump. I've got something that'll make you smile.
If you guys don't know, I was number 72 on the Trump coin leaderboard. It cost me $480,000, and this is all I got at the event. This hat they gave away to pretty much everyone. They had 220 bags, and that's pretty much all I got.
So this dude spent $480,000 to buy a Trump meme coin, which means it really has no value other than just the value people are placing on this coin. And they did already a sort of a rug pull, and they're going to do another one, I guarantee it. And this coin is going to crater. But he spent $480,000 and I was hoping to be able to use that to meet the president, which right there, that's already hugely concerning that anybody could just buy this meme coin of the president of the United States to gain access to him and potentially arrange favors and things like that. Like, that seems criminal on so many levels. But this dude literally did that, got a tour of the White House. Aren't those free? And they said he got like the worst food he's had. It was like, he called it a Walmart steak. You have this private dinner at the White House after dropping $500,000 on a presidential meme coin. You hear President Trump speak for about 20 minutes. Then he said he got in his helicopter and left. That's what you got for $500,000 was some low grade meal, 20-minute speech from the president and a tour of the White House. Man, you have got to feel dumb. Absolutely dumb. But this is what he's going to do. A grifter is going to grift. And as long as there are a line of patsies waiting for the next thing to fall from Donald Trump so they can scoop it up, he's going to keep doing it. So do I feel bad for you? Absolutely not. Fuck around and find out, my friend.
Hey, it's Joe from Georgia. So in the news is one of Trump's endorsed cryptocurrencies. And it happens to be the World Liberty Financial Token. Now, Donald Trump holds 22.5 billion of those coins, worth almost $5 billion. Now, he got that for endorsing this coin. Well, it went public and live on September the 1st and shot up all the way to 46 cents a coin. Well, the profit taking has came in, and there's accusations of price manipulation trading that coin. $6.25 billion of investors' wealth went right out the window in less than 24 hours. Now, World Liberty Financial also went in and blacklisted 272 wallets. And they did that because they're afraid that those investors are going to pull out all their money. Well, like I said, there was accusations of price manipulation, but you got to figure out who it's from. It sounds like it may be from World Liberty themselves, because one of their largest investors is out there saying it. So keep your eye on it. But once again, cryptocurrency becoming a center of Trump's administration is to get that out there to become the currency. And we're seeing these huge volatile swings. Do you think the normal American could do that every day, worrying about how much their money's worth? Well, we're finding out that just because it exists doesn't mean it's worth much.
I don't understand why more people aren't talking about the biggest grift of the Trump presidency. Today, Trump announced that the top 220 investors in his crypto meme coin would be invited to an exclusive dinner with him and a VIP tour of the White House. 3 days before Trump was inaugurated, he launched his own cryptocurrency meme coin to monetize the presidency, and it's worked out well for him. Trump and his allies have reportedly made more than $100 million in fees alone, even as everyday investors have lost out on a collective $2 billion. At the same time, Trump has essentially used the entire force of the federal government to actively promote cryptocurrency, and by association, his meme coin. He created a cryptocurrency working group to propose new regulations around digital currencies. He slashed any and all regulations passed by President Biden on crypto, and he even signed an executive order to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve to have the government directly involved in buying and selling cryptocurrency. But here's the thing about these meme coins. Unlike political donations, anyone in the world can buy these coins and essentially invest in Trump. Big corporations, foreign oligarchs, authoritarian governments, no one is off limits. And guess what? Earlier this month, Trump's DOJ disbanded the office in charge of investigating cryptocurrency-related fraud. But Trump's not even trying to hide the corruption, as he announces today that the top 220 investors in his meme coin will get a private dinner with the President of the United States and a VIP tour of the White House. And right on cue, immediately after they announced the dinner, Trump's coin surged 55%, making him and his family millions today alone.
So the Trump meme coin thing, well, not even a meme coin, it's really more of a utility coin that was launched on Labor Day, was an absolute hot mess. And there's two of them. So there's World Liberty Finance, WLF. And then there's a stable coin that's affiliated with it, USD1. This is what the chart looks like, which isn't too terribly bad. I'm also not holding this at all. But this isn't a rug pull, because when we're talking about a rug pull, that means that you launch something and then you pull all the liquidity, hence the term rug pull. Liquidity is still there, just a lot of people are selling and taking profit and doing whatever it is they're going to do. Also, too, this is not Trump's coin. It is a coin that's affiliated with people around him, but of course, the name. And this is actually a utility coin. It's not a meme coin, because it does have a utility for the platform. I know a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about it. But that's part of operating in a true decentralized economy. And I'll cover it more on the other socials. Okay, bye.
As we come into conclusion, tell me in the comment section, how do you believe generally about this Trump issue? As farmers throughout our country are trying to be bailed out, Trump is making billions. And when he launches these meme coins, he informs his friends who make investments in advance. And when they make these investments, maybe they are expecting some sort of favor from the president, because this investment, they help prop the meme coins to gain traction in the markets. Because when you see a meme coins is being purchased in millions, it improves the liquidity of the meme coins, and it influences other buyers to jump into the wave of these meme coins. And perhaps when the price is high, when they sell, Trump makes extra profits. And probably, you see the other day, 220 investors were invited to the White House by Trump to a luncheon. They were invited. What for? To be informed that these meme coins will be launched So make your purchases early. And when you make purchases, their value will rise faster, and the president will be able to cash out fast. So I don't know what you guys think about this issue, because the other day, a bill was introduced to the House to prevent members of the House from insider trading. And the president is not a member of the House; he's the executive. So we're in deep trouble.